promise of jobs and growth. For Jason Alsop, it's an assault on First Nation culture. Alsop is the captain of the Skidegate Saints. The team is the three-time defending Seniors Division champions. Last month, the team drafted a letter to the All-Native Basketball Tournament Committee. They said they're disappointed with the committee's decision to accept oil and gas sponsorship. And Jason Alsop joins us now. Good afternoon to you.
Hi, Rebecca, and welcome to the All-Native.
Oh, well, thank you very much. What exactly is your concern?
Well, ultimately, I think we felt like there wasn't a lot of conversation and dialogue about accepting these sponsorships, and really over the last 3 years, you know, they've been there. This frack gas sponsorship has creeped into the All-Native, and we were all really just, you know, focused on Enbridge and working together to stop the Enbridge project. And the committee had financial needs and started to accept these sponsorships, and as a nation and a community on Haida Gwaii, we are in opposition to the frack gas industry as it's being unrolled right now, and we feel that it doesn't have a place here in this tournament, where it's really been about the culture and the community and people coming together for sport and promote healthy living and the healing and rebuilding of our communities. And you know, the genocide we've been a part of, the loss of culture, we're rebuilding, and this is a big part of it. And having these outside forces part of it, to us, diminishes this all-Native event. And so we just wanted to get the committee's attention to this, and I do want to acknowledge the committee and the hard work they do, and there's people on there that I love and respect. And we just want to get their attention and start talking about the future of this tournament without sponsorship from these companies.
Do you know in particular which sponsorships you're concerned about, which ones they have accepted?
All the frack gas companies.
Because there are several that are sponsors this year, for instance?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you receive a response from the committee after you sent that letter?
I never received a formal response. I did go and engage in some dialogue with the president and some committee members about our concerns, about a response, and respectfully, they have a tournament to run, they responded with. But respectfully asked that maybe we could take down the banners for our games or find some compromise, and we weren't able to work anything out. Basically, we were told if we didn't like it, it's an invitation tournament, we don't have to come, and to, you know, tell a story a little farther, how deep this is entrenched in our concern with the leadership of the committee and the president. We feel like there's another agenda happening here, and some outside forces that aren't from our First Nations communities that have another agenda they're trying to push. So we asked the banners be removed for our games only, at least. The next day I come back and there's bigger banners up. So.
And as you're sitting here right now, I am looking at one that says Prince Rupert LNG, so it seems as though they are still up. Why did you decide to play? Was there not a talk amongst your team members that maybe you could withdraw from the competition if it really was an issue?
Well, we don't want to take away the opportunity from our fans to see us play, and our team really means a lot to our community. Basketball means a lot. In the letter, it talks about the cultural voids it's filled, and we see ourselves as the warrior class of this generation, as protectors of our homeland, along with the politics. But as basketball players, we lead by example, to be healthy people, and try to set example for younger people. And we see ourselves as protectors, like our cultural people pass on our language and stories through our art. And so we wanted to come over and put on a good show and be part of this, and we understand we didn't give the committee much time to really engage with us, with other communities, to create a dialogue about this, and we really want to just talk about the future of the tournament next year and going forward, because we believe the tournament belongs to everybody, all the First Nations, everybody on the coast. It's everybody's tournament. Together we all make it happen. The players are the product, the fans, and we bring lots of money to this community, all the people who come here. So there's got to be a way we could work it out between nations, with the city, the businesses, and find a way that we could maintain a tournament we could all be happy with.
I am curious if you are opposed to having the LNG banners and the sponsorship here at this event, it being a cultural event, or if you're just opposed to LNG period in any of these communities.
The way that it's being unfolded and pushed, I'm opposed to the frack gas. I don't think there's anything natural about it. We've heard from people from up in the Treaty 8 nations and about the impacts and the speed of the development. We've seen the provincial government try to fast track things and federal government, giving less money to the band council, so they're creating this financial strain and pressure for people to want to engage in these talks about these projects. But really, it's under stress, under duress. Like we're one of the first generations to grow up without that. We're starting to deal with the intergenerational impacts of this colonization. Our grandparents went to residential school, people were abused and deal with addictions, so we're just trying to rebuild our healthy communities. People are going to school, getting educated and understanding these PR games and marketing that's being played, and we want to give ourselves a chance to heal and grow as communities before these projects are jammed down our throats. We just want a chance to be ourselves in our territories as sovereign nations.
Some might argue that projects like this are key to diversifying Prince Rupert, key in creating jobs and growth, as I mentioned in the introduction. Do you see that to be true in any way?
Well, I respect the need to create sustainable economies for your communities, and I think there's a number of states and provinces and counties and cities that have banned fracking altogether already. So we got to look at what's happening in the bigger picture. BC's always been the wild, wild west out here. These unceded territories of First Nations people. There's no treaties. There's no framework to work. So we're waiting court decision to sort of set the table of how this is supposed to go forward. And so, I think I'm all in favor of sustainable economies, but I think we need to look at alternative energy sources and grow in a way that's First Nations led, community led by healthy communities with educated younger people who are coming up in this world and make decisions for ourselves. And so we're not getting that chance. These are being pushed at us. We're just trying to grow up and raise families and be normal and create healthy communities, but we're bombarded with oil, gas, and all these other projects coming at us while we're trying to save our language, our culture, create new economic opportunities for our new young people. And we've seen this decline in fishing and logging and the mismanagement already, so we have little faith in government processes and government management of resources.
And just before I let you go here, what will you do if next year there are still LNG sponsorships, oil and gas sponsorships, and the banners are still up around the gym?
Well, we're going to have a good talk with our teams and our communities about our role in the future in this tournament. If we can't work this out, we would like to work with the committee and other teams and communities and encourage everybody else to voice their concerns if they have them as well, because I've listened to the radio many years and been here for many years, and the pride that we had in running this tournament on our own and keeping it First Nations led and run is a really important part of it. And I think the leadership of this tournament needs to be a First Nations leadership and really be strong and take back control of this tournament. And we'll talk about it, but where there's other places to go, we're talking about other places we could travel and things like that as well.
Okay, Jason, thank you very much for dropping by, and I know you have a game at 8 o'clock tonight, so good luck.
All right, hello, Rebecca.
Jason Alsop is the captain of the Seniors Division Skidegate Saints, and if you have any comments or questions on this subject, if you have any thoughts on it, we'd love to hear from you. Radio West at cbc.ca or